What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so you guys remember back in 2020 during the presidential election, and we were telling you that, yeah, we know Trump is awful, right? We get it. And we're not saying vote for him, but we were also saying, you know, in good conscience, we really shouldn't be celebrating or supporting Joe Biden either. You know what I mean? People like myself, Sports and Political Channel of LB, 70 Sports TV, Town Biz, and others were telling you that Joe Biden is not a friend of our community. It's not. I know the media try to portray him as, quote, Obama's right hand man and the heir to Barack Obama and all that. But this man was not of the same tradition as Hubert Humphrey, Bobby Kennedy, George McGovern, Walter Mondale, Michael Dukakis. He wasn't of that brand. He wasn't of that cloth. This is a man who's closer to the ilk of Robert Byrd, John Stennis, George Wallace, William Fulbright, you know, Strom Thurmond. Even though Strom Thurmond was Republican, they were great friends. As a matter of fact, I believe Biden gave the eulogy at Strom Thurmond's funeral. He's of that ilk. It's the same man that was a co-sponsor of the crime bill that put hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of black men behind bars for unusually long sentences that their other counterparts in this country did not even at times get felonies for. It's the same man that helped to co-sponsor in the 80s the cocaine, the crack cocaine penalties, where yuppies who were found to have powdered cocaine got slaps on the wrist, while those who had rock cocaine were getting 15, 20, 25-year prison sentences. This was Joe Biden. So while people were twerking in the streets when he was elected in November, I think I told you that it literally made me sick to my stomach because I knew what type of man this was. So you remember, I think it might have been shortly after he was inaugurated president, or either shortly after he was elected. I can't remember the exact timeline. But remember he had that Zoom call with certain black leaders, and he pretty much cursed them out. Well, did you hear what he told these black leaders? This is a snippet of what he said. It's not out of context. This is what he said. And the media did not really report this. This is what Joe Biden told black leaders.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do. This country is...
Yeah. There's no way around it. I don't know how you feel about that. But in addition to the other things that I've said that he said over his career, comparing black children to cockroaches, saying that, white kids going to black schools and integrated, it'll be like a racial jungle. Other off-the-cuff remarks about, black kids being inferior intellectually. And more importantly, his policies, things that he have implemented. This is a man that also, even though it was in the context of quoting someone else, has literally said the N-word in public multiple times. But people were twerking it up and partying when this guy got elected. And, you know, now you have buyer's remorse. We told you. Like I said, I'm not saying that voting for Donald Trump is the answer, but neither is voting for this guy. You know, he's not. And to be honest with you, whenever I see people on TV trying to champion this man that looks like me, it's sickening. It's sickening. It really is. We're in a really bad state right now, man. We're in a crisis state. I mean, we really are like laughing stocks. I mean, we're electing leaders who are corrupt, electing leaders who are running our cities in which we are the majority into the ground. The public school system is a joke. They're not learning anything. They're hardly going to school. It's literally becoming like a real life lean on me crisis in many of these cities. And, but, you know, it is what it is, you know. And you know what's sad? Some of these mayors in some of these sanctuary cities told people that they were going to be doing these types of things. But because sometimes, you know, we get caught up more in identity politics and not actually listening to what these politicians are saying, listening to issues and voting on the issues, we get tricked and bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? I think what's going to happen in the next 10 to 15 years is that, you know, low-paying jobs or relatively low-paying jobs like maintenance jobs, janitorial jobs, they're going to go more and more to, you know, the people who are coming into this country, excuse me. It's going to go to those people. And I think what's going to happen is, like, let's say you work for a cleaning company, right? What's going to happen is people got this feeling like, you know, there's already this perception that Americans are lazy, Americans don't want to work. And the people who are at the top, the elites, they feel like that. So what's going to happen is these people who are poverty stricken will look at a job where they're getting paid $15 an hour, which in today's market is not much money. But, you know, they look at a job starting off at 15, 17, 18. They think that's, you know, they hit the lottery. They're going to work harder, right? Because they're used to being in a situation where they got to work hard. And what's going to happen in a lot of these, like, let's say maintenance jobs or housekeeping jobs, they're going to hire mid-level managers who can speak bilingual so they can communicate with the upper branch management who are going to be of a certain persuasion and have always been that way. And they can be able to also communicate with the lower level workers who don't even have to speak English. And they're going to take all those jobs. And then if you are a person who's not skilled, there's no more manufacturing jobs in this country like that. And then those jobs, those janitorial, you know, maintenance jobs, they're going to take those jobs from you. So you're going to be in a messed up position. So I think it's important right now to learn a skill and prepare because it's coming. You know, it's coming. This is Biden's America, you know. And to be fair, I don't think Trump is any better. You know, Trump is not really much better. This is just a new America, man. You know, two sides of the same corroded, wretched, disgusting coin.